Have you ever wondered if you might be making the biggest mistake of your life by being kind to someone who seems to thrive on manipulation and self-absorption? Perhaps you've encountered someone who always seems to need admiration, craves attention, and leaves you emotionally drained. The unfortunate truth is that narcissists can fool you into believing that your kindness can heal them, but in reality, your kindness is the very thing that keeps them in control. This video explores why kindness to a narcissist is not only futile, but often a dangerous trap. Let's talk about the narcissist, the person who lives in a world where they are the center of attention, where their needs, desires, and ambitions outweigh everyone else's. You may have encountered someone like this in your life, someone whose presence makes you feel small, insignificant, or invisible unless you feed their ego. They may be charming and make you feel like you're the only one who understands them, but beneath that charismatic exterior lies a deeper truth. Narcissists prey on your empathy and kindness, using your goodness to manipulate, control, and emotionally drain you. First, you might believe that showing kindness to a narcissist could help them change. After all, aren't we taught that kindness heals all wounds? However, the reality is much harsher. Kindness is the very thing that perpetuates their toxic behavior. It's not that they don't appreciate your kindness, it's that they know how to use it to their advantage. The more you give, the more they take, creating a never-ending cycle of emotional exploitation. This cycle exists because narcissists do not view relationships as a mutual exchange. They see others as extensions of themselves, as mere tools for their personal satisfaction. To them, you are simply a resource to be used. The more you give, the more they take, and this dynamic only strengthens their control over you. Your kindness, instead of being reciprocated, becomes a sign of weakness that they can manipulate to maintain their power. In the beginning, a narcissist may shower you with praise, making you feel special and valued. This is not because they genuinely care about you. It's a calculated move to gain your trust and secure your loyalty. They invest in the relationship only as far as it serves their needs, and their emotional investment in you as a person is minimal. To them, your value is directly tied to what you can do for them, not who you are. The longer you remain in a relationship with a narcissist, the harder it becomes to break free from their grip. They will gradually drain your emotional energy, leaving you feeling exhausted, confused, and unsure of your worth. Every act of kindness you offer will be used against you, reinforcing their power and perpetuating the toxic cycle. Key to breaking free from a narcissist trap is to recognize the manipulation and set firm boundaries. Understanding that kindness alone will not change them can empower you to protect your own emotional well-being. Instead of feeding their ego, focus on maintaining your self-respect and distancing yourself from their toxic influence. By doing so, you regain control of your life and break the cycle of manipulation. Now, let's address something that might be confusing. You may be thinking, but I'm just being nice. Why would that make someone turn on me? Here's the thing, narcissists thrive on power and control. They don't know how to truly connect with others emotionally because their world revolves around themselves. Being kind to them gives them the upper hand. They begin to feel entitled to your kindness, and when you stop providing it, they will punish you, either through guilt-tripping, belittling, or discarding you completely. This dynamic can leave you feeling confused, helpless, and wondering what went wrong. After all, kindness is supposed to lead to positive outcomes, right? Unfortunately, with narcissists, kindness is often perceived as a weakness, something they can exploit to further their own agenda. What makes narcissists even more dangerous is their ability to gaslight. They manipulate situations to make you believe that you're the problem. They'll twist your words, distort your actions, and even make you feel crazy for feeling hurt by their behavior. The cycle of kindness and manipulation becomes an emotional roller coaster, where you start questioning your reality and your worth. Let's dive deeper into why this is so dangerous. Narcissists are notorious for their lack of empathy. They cannot understand your emotional needs, and their lack of consideration for your feelings is what makes them so toxic. They may act like they care in the beginning, but once they've secured their hold on you, they will show their true colors. They will take your kindness for granted, and over time you'll begin to feel emotionally drained, empty, and unsupported. Their demands become greater, and your emotional well-being is left in the dust. This is where kindness, when directed toward a narcissist, can be a dangerous trap. Your desire to help, to support, to be there for them only strengthens their grip on you. You become more deeply invested in the relationship, and they, in turn, take more from you. Eventually, you may find yourself losing sight of who you are, as the narcissist's needs constantly overshadow your own. So, what's the solution? The first step is realizing that you can't fix them. You cannot heal someone who isn't willing to change, and narcissists rarely are. They don't seek help because they don't believe they need it. Their world revolves around them, and until they recognize their behavior and seek professional help, there's little you can do to change them. Key is setting boundaries, protecting your emotional health, and understanding that kindness, when given to a narcissist, will only fuel their behavior and lead to more manipulation. This doesn't mean you should abandon kindness altogether. Kindness is an essential trait in building healthy relationships, but it needs to be given to those who can reciprocate it in a healthy, balanced way. When dealing with a narcissist, it's important to set clear boundaries and not allow their behavior to dictate how you treat yourself. Understand that their inability to give back what you give to them isn't a reflection of your worth, but rather a flaw in their emotional capacity. In conclusion, the truth about narcissists is that they thrive on your kindness, using it as a tool to control and manipulate you. The more you give, the more they take. Your kindness, however, is not a solution to their problems. It's a trap. This dynamic can be hard to recognize, but it's essential for protecting your mental and emotional well-being. Narcissists feed off your compassion and will never truly appreciate it, leaving you feeling drained and unfulfilled. Recognizing this behavior is crucial. Narcissists rely on others to fuel their inflated egos and maintain their sense of control. The more you try to help or be kind, the more they will take advantage of your generosity, leaving you stuck in a toxic cycle. It's important to understand that kindness should be a mutual exchange, not something that is used to manipulate you for their benefit. It's time to stop feeding into the narcissist cycle and take control of your own happiness. You deserve relationships that are built on mutual respect, understanding, and empathy. Healthy connections are not about one person constantly giving while the other takes. They are based on balance and genuine care. Setting boundaries and walking away from toxic situations is key to preserving your peace and emotional health. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful and insightful, don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more content. Stay tuned for more discussions on how to protect yourself from toxic relationships and live a healthier, happier life. Remember, your worth is not defined by how much you give to others, but by how much you value yourself. Stay strong.